Jasmine,
going, girly?
How are you?
Let me back
what
up.
What up?
My head always tends to be chopped off. You look cute as always.
Thank you. This is why I asked you what I was supposed to wear, Jasmine, because I know how you are, man, and I know how you always don't. Lady, don't cock your head to the side, lady. Don't do that. Don't do that. Sorry, let me turn my volume up. Don't cock your head to the side.
What up, folks?
What's going on?
What's happening?
Yeah, I know how you are, and I know how chic. And look at you now, Jasmine. Like, who eyebrows are together in the pandemic but yours, bruh? Nobody.
Listen, I got this is what I look forward to doing these interviews. So I gotta look my best.
That's understandable. That is understandable. Yes,
what's going on, Ray?
What's happening? What's going on? How you feeling?
Y'all matching with the chains and the black tops.
I ain't nothing going on. I had to put on.
Did y'all plan that?
I had to put on my good stuff. I ain't open
black.
The front door all day.
If it ain't black, it ain't right. So hey,
amen. Say that again.
Yeah.
How you feeling?
Yeah. How are you?
I'm good. You know, this pandemic has not gotten me down. My schedule hasn't even changed, so I'm still going to work. I'm essential. You know.
That's good. That's good. I hope you're safe and staying away from the cooties, especially.
Oh yeah. We don't play that. You know. But let's talk about y'all. What's going on, Singletons?
Nothing.
Jasmine, nothing.
Are y'all still working?
No.
Not nothing.
I haven't I haven't worked. So I haven't worked since actually January 4th.
Okay.
Yeah, I had surgery January 7th. So I haven't worked since then. But God is amazing. So yeah, no complaints.
And we gonna get into how amazing.
Snacks are still on abundance. So yeah, everything is good. Yes, ma'am.
That's awesome. Y'all been drinking y'all raspberry
raspberry splash every morning.
Every morning, Jasmine. I'm telling you. We're gonna patent this thing. We're gonna patent it.
Y'all should. I was thinking. This really might be a thing. Especially with y'all's following now. Like, people really probably like, I know I've inquired. I was like, I wonder how that really do taste.
It's already
really good.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I got you. We'll have to hook it up one day when the cooties are over. I can get you one. I got you.
For sure.
I got
so
you.
let's get into it. Let's get into it, Singletons. I'm sure a lot of people, I'm sure everybody by now, if not by now, will after this interview possibly know that you guys have went to Ellen and like it just took off. You know what I'm saying? But let's kind of backtrack a little bit and let's hear, you guys' love story, how you guys met.
I'm gonna let Ray tell the love story this time.
No, you tell it.
No, you got it.
She tells it best, right? If she always tells it, you tell it, right?
Well,
right.
She always tells it because she tells it best. All right. So it was a party November 5th.
Yes.
In 2016. Yes. All black party in Charlotte, North Carolina.
All black.
My boys, Rudy Jefferson and
I know Rudy.
Yep.
Wait a minute, before you finish, Ray. Me and Ray both went to Winthrop, so Eagle Pride.
Yeah.
We both went to Winthrop.
University. Winthrop University. Shout out to everybody.
All right.
Shout out to the Eagles.
Yeah. So Rudy and Drew buy my ticket for the party. I didn't want to go. It was a last minute decision, but with nothing else going on. So we end up at the party. We doing our thing. I got shade, right? And I'm going down the escalator, and she is coming up the escalator at the same time.
At the same time.
And the first thing she says to me, or apparently she said it to her friend, but I heard it. She said, "Where are you going with them stupid ass sunglasses on?" Yeah, look, the first thing she's ever said to me, ever. "Where you going with them stupid ass sunglasses on?" And I tilted my sunglasses down, and I said, "I'll be back for you in 35 seconds."
Okay.
So I went to the bathroom. Came back up. She was still on the dance floor. Asked her to dance. She wouldn't dance with me because she was mean as a rattlesnake. And then she went back about her way. We doing the party, and right before she leaves, she sticks her phone in my face and said, "Give me your number. I'm getting ready to leave."
Go ahead, Ross.
Yeah, and you can finish. You can
So
finish.
was the insult on purpose? Because we like to do that.
I mean, so I saw him, and I thought he was attractive, of course, because he is.
Come on now. Come on.
So fine.
I'm going to be short interview.
So,
All right, now.
I no, I'm sorry. So I thought he was attractive, of course, but I definitely said it. I wanted him to hear it just to get his attention, not to really be mean to him, but just to be like, okay, she sees me.
Yeah.
Maybe she thinks I'm cute. And yeah, it worked. So, yeah.
So really, you had your eye on him first.
I did.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
100%.
100%. I bag him.
100%.
100%. Not, I would never deny that. I 100% bag my husband. 100%.
Have you always
Absolutely.
been like the what's the word?
Aggressor?
The approacher?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I was. 100%. No problem.
I'm mad at it. I think a lot of us
I
just
supported
start
that.
doing that.
Yeah. I mean,
And there'll be a lot more happier people in the world.
that's just go for what you want. That's all you, and look at what you get.
Exactly.
Look at that.
But go ahead, Ray. Finish the story.
Well, she's gonna finish the story from that point.
So, yeah, I stuck my phone in his face. I was like, "Put your number in my phone. I'm about to go." He put his number in my phone, and then he texted me from my phone to his phone, so I would have his number.
That's the thing, fellas. You gotta text yourself because they be giving out these fake numbers.
You're right, because I've done it.
Text yourself from her phone.
He literally texted himself from my phone and said, he texted himself to my phone and said, "I'm taking you to dinner tomorrow." So the day we actually left the party, went to 7th District in Uptown.
Okay.
And
that's when 7th District was still popular.
that's when it was popular.
Yeah, the 7th District is.
Yeah, when the Shrimp and Grits was on, that's when we went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, so we went, and it was just me and my friends, and I literally got Ray's number, he got my information, and we parted ways, and that was it.
Okay.
We get to 7th District, we're sitting down, and Ray and his friends walk in, coincidentally. And he comes up to the table, and he starts talking, and we had already ordered our food because we had been there for a little while. And when our food came, Ray said, "Can I pray for y'all's food?" I was like, "Oh, there it is.
There you go, Lord.
There you go, Jesus. There you go." That was it. I was good. I was like, "Yeah, this is it."
Because who does that? And I'm saying it's very admirable and it's not very nice, but it's like you don't expect that from guys these days.
Ever.
So I would have did the same.
It blew my mind. It literally blew my mind.
My mama taught me better.
She did. Shout out to you. She did. So when he did that, I didn't make any reaction because, of course, I still had to play hard. But in my mind, I was like, "Oh, all right. I like this one." And we parted ways that night. We went to dinner the next day. He asked me to pick me up for dinner, and I said no. I told him that I would meet him there because he was a stranger still, just like he was a stranger at the party. I don't want you to steal up on me, so I definitely don't want you to know where I live. So I met him. He took me to Brick Tops, which is one of our favorite restaurants in South Park that we go to. And we had dinner, and we went to Crave right after.
Crave is good.
Yeah, like by the end of the night, I was like full blown in love. So yeah, and then that was a Sunday that we went on our first date, and by like Wednesday, we were, like living together.
Well, are you serious?
So, right after.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. So right after we met, like 4 months prior to that, I had won a trip through my job to go to Jamaica, and literally I met her like 2 days before I was supposed to fly out to Jamaica for the trip, and we spent of those 48 hours probably together 46 hours before I had to leave.
Every day.
Yeah, like you would have thought we were in a full-blown relationship.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
I
know you hated when he left.
I took you to the airport.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you picked me up.
And I picked him up from the airport from Jamaica. Yeah. Yeah.
I am scared of y'all.
Yeah,
Lord, send me.
We moved extraordinarily
at an
fast.
expedited pace that we do not suggest anybody else do
Very
at
reckless.
all.
It was
the most reckless, most rewarding decision that I've ever made. But I would not suggest anybody move at the speed that Ray and I moved at. It just, thank God it happened to work out.
But it's one of those things where I guess when you know, you know.
Correct. And
I wouldn't know, but when you know, you know.
When you know, you know. And yes, and I knew, and he knew. So yeah, it worked out, thankfully. Yes.
That's beautiful. So when did you guys get married? How long after that did the wedding come about? And
So we met November 5th, 2016. We got engaged May 5th of May 6th of 2016, 2017, 2016. 2017, sorry. So like 7 months later, 7 months later, we got engaged.
It's usually the other way around. I'm the one that's not supposed to know the dates.
But see, he's shining tonight, so it's good. So yeah, we got engaged 7 months later, and then we got married a year and a half later, November 4th, 2018. We got married.
That's my mom's birthday.
Hey, shout out to mom.
Right. Hey, shout out to mom.
That's a beautiful,
That's a wonderful day. Yes,
it is. What made you want to go? I know you did a black dress. What made you want to do a black dress?
You know, Jasmine, I was always taught, because you know I'm a Southern girl. I'm from Lugoff. Shout out to Lugoff, South Carolina. I was always taught or raised that when you get married, you're supposed to wear white because you know if you're pure or
whatever, right?
You know,
wink, wink,
untainted. You haven't maybe been a lady of the night or whatever they call it. So I missed that part. So I felt like I didn't want to wear white. White was just so not me, just bland. And I just am a person that has always loved black. I believe black is like the most powerful color ever. So what more power to show on what more of a greater day than to wear a black wedding dress? And shout out to Dominique Gatson, the Dominique Janea, on who crafted that wonderful gown.
That was her first.
Yes, it was beautiful.
That was her first wedding.
That was her first wedding dress she had ever made.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Shout out to her.
Shout out to her. I was her first bride, and that was her first wedding dress, and that is the masterpiece that came out
Absolutely
of that. So
absolutely incredible.
Yeah, Dominique definitely did that. Absolutely.
Shout out to Dominique.
Yes.
That was a nice dress. So just talk about the diagnosis and
amazing.
All that.
It's amazing. So the question was, can you say that question?
Yeah. So when did the diagnosis come about, basically, and when did you find out about it? Was it something that you knew prior to you all getting together, or was it something that came about while you guys were together? Just the timeline of it.
I got you. So when we met, we discussed everything. And one of the things that she shared with me is that she had brain surgery back in 2013. And she told me about the story and all that. So Roz has a way of presenting news to you. Like she has, like the way that she presents it as if it's not a big deal. So when she presented it to me, I had cancer and brain surgery back in 2013, but I'm straight now. I'm like, all right, work. So
is that how you said it? Like this, I just scratched my arm.
No, like, literally, that's how she delivered it to me. So with the way she delivered it to me, I didn't take it. I was okay. Well, that's just something else that comes with her, right? So it had become a back thought in our relationship because we talked about it. Okay, this is the deal. We just nothing changes. You know what I'm saying? And then in October, when we got the call that the tumor had come back, or at least started to grow back, again, she delivered the news in a very like matter-of-fact way. It was a phone call. I was at work. She called me up and said, "Are you sitting down, or where you at? I need to talk to you." The doctor looked at my scan and it said the looks like it's growth in the area, so we got to go to the doctor and figure out what's going on. I'm like, all right, let's do it. Literally, that was it. Like there was never any other thought than, okay, this is what she needs. She explained it to me. Now I got to figure out how I can best fit in this equation. You know what I'm saying? So it was, and a lot of people, a lot of young men, like have said to me, men would have left in that situation, and the thought of that, like that thought never crossed my mind at all.
Right.
I don't know if I didn't think about it. I don't know. I knew that my wife needed me, so let me figure out what I got to do. That's it. There was no other thought about anything else.
But then I guess that brings you back to the love aspect, because it's like those people who are saying that probably never really loved somebody, you know?
Correct.
Yeah. Your love for her outweighs everything.
Everything. You can't. Yeah.
You can't compared to, I mean, literally, you take those vows to death do you part, and that's what it is.
For better or for worse, through sickness and through health. Absolutely.
There you go. That's a blessing. So with that, you know, Ray singing to you, because we all know Ray can sing. The Winter video shot at Winter Kevin.
Yeah.
Mr. Singleton. Is that how you guys made it to Ellen? How did you, like, do you guys know how you got the invitation? Just tell us about that.
Yeah, so it's kind of a, I'm gonna try to shorten this story as much as possible. From the day that she decided to tell the world that she was gonna get that she had brain cancer and had surgery, it wasn't like we gonna tell the world. It's just like, okay, this is what we're gonna do, and I just put something up because that's what we're doing. We had both had some kind of a following at that point. And I put up a story of us walking into the hospital before surgery. And literally, I'm talking about maybe 500-600 people literally sent messages praying for y'all. We love y'all. And I'm like, yo, I didn't know people cared that much, honestly. You know what I'm saying? So now I started doing a little more updates. She just got out of surgery. She walked in, and then just the support just kept pouring in. And I'm like, yo, there wasn't a way for me to get back to people like individually, so I just kept sharing it. And it just kept on going and going and going and going. So I made the video for her. I've been documenting stuff, like doctor's appointments and stuff like that. So I always used to put together little videos for her for a birthday, our anniversary, shit like that. I put the video together for her surgery, and it went absolutely crazy.
I saw it.
It went crazy. I'm like, yo. So her birthday was coming up on January 16th. And I couldn't really do anything big for her because she had just gotten out of surgery. And I'm like, okay, let me try to figure out this social media thing. So Shade Room puts up, every time they post, they put up who wrote the article. So I literally went to every profile who had ever written a story on Shade Room. I'm like, yo, my wife just had her second brain surgery. Her birthday's coming up. And I literally just want y'all to shout her out because everything that she's went through, right?
Yeah.
So a girl named Jade Ashley.
Yes, Jade Ashley.
Jade Ashley, who
go ahead, Jade Ashley.
Who writes for Shade Room. She put the story together for us. And she put it up on a Saturday. That shit went crazy. And then literally that Tuesday is when we did the news interview with WSOC, Miss Deshawn.
Yes.
And that's the interview that went literally across the world.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. So after that interview, we getting calls from HSN, CNN, Kelly Clarkson.
Good Morning America.
Good Morning America.
Yeah.
We're getting calls from everybody.
Yeah.
But the one call came and said, hey, my name is blah, 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 and I'm from the Ellen Show. I'm like, yo, what? I'm like, are you serious?
My mind would have been blown too.
Like, cause it was a struggle from the jump. Like when after the news interview, all these headlines said, "Husband serenades wife, husband serenades wife," and I struggled for a minute. I was like, "How is this news?" You know what I'm saying? If you can understand that, I'm like, if a husband can sing, and why would he not sing?
Why would he not do it? Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I had a struggle inside of me for a long time. Like, how is this news?
In your mind, you're like, I do this all the time.
Right.
I sing to my wife all the time.
All the time.
And prior to the video blowing up, when I would go, like when I would see you on my timeline, I was like, here go Ray singing the Ros again. This is so cute. Like, it's normal.
All the time. Yeah.
So I couldn't like, and we are more than grateful that everything that happened
Absolutely.
happened. But it was
Crazy.
It was unbelievable.
It's crazy.
Imagine.
Yeah.
So talk about, I mean, I'm sure you guys couldn't sleep before you got there. How was Ellen as a person? Because she's one of my top people I want to meet too. I mean, she seems so down to earth and so cool.
You know what, Jasmine? Like, honestly, I did sleep.
I mean, it was a long time.
Honestly, I did sleep the night before, but I was fine, literally fine, until less than 5 minutes before we were supposed to walk out on stage.
A minute.
Like, I want to say maybe 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes. And I literally felt, I'm going to tell you what the emotions were, honestly. The emotions were, number one, holy shit, I'm about to meet Ellen DeGeneres. That's number one. Number two was, God, I'm really grateful for this opportunity and to be able to share it with this person. And then number three, I was so glad that my dad would be able to see it. But I also had mixed emotions because my mom couldn't see it. So literally all of that at one time just kind of came down on me 2 minutes before I was supposed to walk out. And Ray was like, hey, you better go over there and get it together. You better get your shit together right now. Because I'm about to walk out.
She's in a full-blown on the side.
Makeup was, I was about to cry. Everything was about to come out. Yeah. And so I had to walk over and just get myself together real quick. But when we got on stage, like, it's like when you get close to Ellen, you know when the hot sign is on at Krispy Kreme and it's like your fake.
That's how it was.
Oh my God. It's like when you first get the donut, Jazz, and you like, it is
it's
like,
all hot.
Oh, like times that by 1,000,000. That's what meeting Ellen is.
Wow.
Because what you see on TV is her, but it's like a whole nother genuine level to her.
It's
like
so much more.
Spirit. Yeah, like her spirit about her is just really like
so dope.
So dope. And her dress, yeah.
Yeah, she's dope. Them suits. But y'all matched her fly. Y'all was.
Oh, you know,
decked out.
Come on now.
I was scared of y'all.
You know we had to come out.
Ray sitting on the couch, legs propped up.
Yeah, listen, when you go to Ellen, you gotta come with it. If you gonna style, you gotta come with it when you go to Ellen. So
kind of a behind the scenes, but a kind of dope story. They the producers come into the green room before you go out there, and they go through questions. Like we had 2 or 3 Skype interviews with the producers before we ever met Ellen about, you know what I'm saying, they were getting information on us. So they basically picked a bunch of questions they had asked us and our responses that they liked. And right before we were supposed to go out, it was like, okay, Ellen's going to ask you this. This was your response. Kind of do that, but just be normal, right?
Yeah.
And she was like, sometimes Ellen does veer a little off script. So just go out there and just have fun. And we were set up to do 2 segments. We did the first segment, the commercial break, and then the second segment. In between the 2 segments, the executive producer was supposed to come on stage, give us water, so you guys are doing great, and Ellen was supposed to be getting like touched up and stuff, right? The first part of that, Ellen didn't ask any of those questions that they went over with us. Nothing.
The whole
Ellen went off script
from the first question.
Freestyle.
Off script.
Whole thing. Freestyle.
Second, in between that break, that commercial break, the executive producer never got on stage because Ellen just kept talking to us.
She was talking to us about regular stuff, like about doctor's appointments and when I was supposed to start chemo. Like she really
so dope, man.
Genuinely cared. That's awesome. Yeah. But she gives off that aura, like, and you can tell because she's not a typical talk show because she makes it a point to invite everyday regular people to her show.
People. Exactly. And it's
not
like nothing about her is fake. Everything that you see is her times 1,000,000 in person. Like it's crazy for real.
That experience was already mind blowing, right? But then Ellen had a celebrity guest. So like shout y'all out. How was that? I know Ray was like, oh
yo.
Dwayne
Tell everybody who that was and how you felt when that happened.
I'm gonna let the basketball head tell y'all. The more basketball head tell it.
And did they know that? Like, was that a question?
Yeah. Like, so one of the questions in the Skype interviews, they was asking like, do you watch the show? Who's some of your favorite guests? People who inspire you, stuff like that. And Dwayne Wade and Kavia was probably the main one on the list. Yeah. So I imagine they took that from the interview and showed Dwayne Wade the story and all that. But when he came on the screen and immediately said, "Hey Ray, hey Ros," we talking about Dwayne Wade who just had his jersey retired.
All the fame, Dwayne Wade.
The one and only Dwayne.
The one and only D Wade.
said our name.
Said our name.
And I still got the video on my phone. Like,
still, we watch it all the time.
It's dope. It's It's really.
Awesome. Also, they sent the actual video to you guys. That was nice.
Yeah.
I watch it once a week.
Yeah.
So how's life been after the Ellen show? I mean, I've seen you guys do interviews with other celebrities, you know, the money that's been given from people, just everything. How has that been, and how has that also changed your lives?
Life after Ellen.
Honestly, you know what? Everything that's happened after Ellen has been absolutely like a serious, amazing blessing. Mainly because, number one, for me, just the overwhelming outpour of support that we have received, and the people that constantly reach out to us and tell us how they're praying for us, and they're wanting me to be better, and they're praying for my health. Like that in itself, Jasmine, will top any dollar that I ever get in my entire life. Because to know that somebody out of their day that has no idea who I am takes the time out to say a prayer for me or to wish me well,
that's everything you need and more.
That's all I need. Like, I'm good. Because
like I cried for you. I was sitting here crying with y'all when you announced that video with the embryos. Am I saying that right?
Yeah.
I was like, I was right there with you. Like, I was speechless as well. I know it's not me, but I was speechless as well. I was like, Ross can't talk. But if that was me, I wouldn't be able to talk. Like, that type of phone call, I know.
It's
like,
really
it's like, you know, God makes a way, but it's always proven.
Yeah. I mean, and you know what? It's funny because Ray's aunt, shout out to Auntie Rosie in Charleston, South Carolina, always has a thing where she says, we always set the bar way too low with God.
Well, I was actually the one who told Auntie Rosie that.
Okay. I'm sorry. Yeah. My bad. Ray said it. Ray said that we set the bar way too low with God. Because every time that we think that God is like, boom, he just comes back and is like, nah, I'm going to do a little bit more. And the embryos was definitely a little bit more. Number one, because, again, I'm VA. And so the only thing that the VA would cover would have been eggs. They would just cover to freeze the eggs, nothing else. So my doctor knew this. Shout out to Martrika, doctor, who we love, and everybody at Reach in Charlotte, who are amazing. She knew what was going on. She knew the circumstance. And honestly, it never was a conversation. Like,
yeah,
she knew what the VA would pay for, and she knew what they would cover, and that was it. And that was our conversation. So for her to even have that thought to do that with Ray, to include him so that we could have those, and we have 4. Yeah.
So we're going to have some little Singletons somewhere.
A Singleton.
A Singleton.
There's no S.
It doesn't matter. Listen, as long as there's one.
And that's all there will be, Jasmine. Just one.
And
done. One and done. One and done.
That's fine. One and done.
One and done.
You sound like me. Me and my brother said, I'm going to have one, and they can act like they siblings. That's it.
And
that's it. And they're done. Yeah.
Do you guys have siblings? Do you guys?
Yeah, I have an older sister and I have 11-year-old. So he'll have, he'll have a little cousin. And that's about it.
Fine.
And I have 4 older brothers and a sister. So yeah.
You said you have 4 older brothers?
And a sister. So, yeah, I'm the baby of 6, yeah.
Jeez. Well, y'all have a big family. Do you have nieces and nephews?
A lot, yeah. Because one of my brothers got like 9 kids. But we're not getting into that.
Yeah, that's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother day. Yeah, I'm an auntie as well, so I take pride in that.
Yeah.
So, Roz, I know outside of everything that's going on, you like to style and profile. I know you was giving me all the compliments, but y'all, Roz can really dress her tail off, okay? Roz, how I met Roz, she styled me for one of our friends' events, got me all decked out. Is that something that's like a hobby? Is it like something you want to take as a career? What do you want to do with fashion?
Styling is a passion. Styling is a love. Styling is a sense of peace. Styling is everything. I literally think about clothes all the time. I think about clothes all the time. Ray can tell you, I look at shoes and clothes all the time. Like, all the time.
How does your closet look?
Okay, right. That's what it looks like.
I mean, it's in a couple of different places. I have like a closet, and then I have a room, and I have, stuff. So I mean, it's all organized, but it's a little aggressive right now. But I mean, I haven't been shopping recently.
Say this right quick.
No online shopping either?
Say out.
Out of control.
All right.
All right. Now we good. All right. I haven't been online shopping, one, because the cooties are out, so it ain't really nowhere to go. So I haven't been shopping a lot. Nike has been getting a lot of my money lately, but yeah, that's about it. Not
like
really
loungewear Nike, or
like Air Max 90s and 95s.
Sneakers.
Yeah, sneakers. Yeah.
So we know Little Singleton's gonna be decked out.
100%. Absolutely. Yes.
So is this something like, I know you said it's a passion, is this something that you would want to like open up a boutique or
not a boutique,
create your own clothes? Like what avenue?
Just honestly, the personal styling and the personal shopping thing would be the most thing, the big thing I would do. I would love to travel in style, like have people that live in different cities and go to them and style them. That would be like really my ideal. But I would have to have a way to, have beloved with me or around. I can't just be willy-nilly and around the country, without my group. Yeah. So, but yeah, that would be my ideal, to be styling, traveling, doing that.
And Ray, we know your passion is singing. So what do you want to do? What do you want to do with that? Something you like to do to make your wife smile, of course, but what's the longevity of it?
Music is also a passion for me. It's I wouldn't say it's not something I want, like, I don't want that to be my main source of income. You know what I'm saying? Because there's other things I'm good at as well. Like I found an extraordinary love for sales. Like like that's in my career.
Water to a well, huh?
Yeah, like, and
that's
so that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so that's what I want to do mainly. But as long as I got the gift of singing, I got to give it away. I'll sing anywhere at any time,
all the time,
to anybody,
all the time.
Yeah. So anybody out there,
the time.
If you got a wedding I'm still singing in weddings.
Don't say that now, because 10 years down the road, when I need you to sing in my wedding, remember.
I got you. I promise you.
We're definitely gonna be there. Electric sliding and everything.
Like I absolutely, like I like shows, live shows, and all that. But my favorite place to sing is a wedding, because that's the most important day in people's life, and people ask me to sing at the most important part of that most important day, like when you're walking down the aisle. You literally dream of that as when you're a little girl. Like people dream of that. So just to want to think that I'm good enough to be included in that, and you know what I'm saying? Like I don't take that for granted. I absolutely love singing in weddings because I know what it means to the bride. I know what it means to the groom, and just to have me there on your most important. That's a compliment that can never be matched, man.
Did you sing at your own wedding?
No, I was off the clock on my wedding.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
I didn't want to sing at our wedding though.
I'm a crybaby. I would cry.
Yeah, that's. I mean, that, like you said, that's a day that you think of, and even though guys don't say it, I'm sure that's something that they think of too. So to have to do that, you would probably be pausing through every single lyric.
I would cry. I would boo-hoo the whole way.
Yeah.
What's your favorite song to sing to Ros and Ros? What's your favorite song that Ray sings to you? Is it the same, or do y'all have different songs?
I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to say my favorite song that he sings to me is probably "Get You," the Daniel Caesar song.
I get you.
That's so cute.
And I like to sing to her. "I Am Yours." It's a song by Andy Grant. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful song. And that's my favorite song.
That's awesome. Well, guys, do you have anything else you would like to tell anyone? Any motivational words, affirmation, motivational quotes, scripture that you always go by? Anything that you want to tell people to kind of get the rest of their week going? Because we are on Wednesday. We got a couple more days left in the week.
Okay.
Okay. I'll let you go first. Love face.
You let me go first?
Absolutely.
I don't have any words of encouragement, particularly other than just I got it tattooed on my arm. Don't worry, be happy. That's literally like as cliche and as simple as that sounds. That's how I live my life. Like seriously. And Roz can tell you that. I don't worry about a lot of stuff.
Nothing. Nothing.
I don't.
Ray is the most rainbows and fairies person you will ever meet in your entire life. Okay, like literally.
I can attest that I'm similar because I've seen what worry can do to you. My mom, she had a stroke from worry, and I almost lost her. So after that, I was like, what's not in my control is not in my control. All I can do is control the controllables.
Yeah.
So I agree.
We create
a whole lot.
We create bigger fear than is necessary. Like, and most of the times, like we've said to ourselves, it wasn't that bad. Like you can think of times when you said it wasn't that bad. So just if you just think to that point when you got out of that storm, when you got out of that bad relationship, when you got out of that bad situation, you probably said to yourself in some form, it wasn't that bad. So I try to take myself back to those moments, literally right after the storm, it wasn't that bad. If I can stay there, then I'm grateful for the storms because I know what's coming after. So I just try to be happy at all times, man.
Great thing to live by. What about you, Ross?
Words of encouragement. I do have words of encouragement. I always have words of encouragement. Mainly, I put up a post today. Can you go to my story?
Sure.
Because I'm going to say exactly what I said. I don't want to tell a lie. Like, yeah, it said this and it didn't. Come on, iPhone.
I got it. Don't worry about it.
Come on, T-Mobile. Ray got cricket, y'all. He got Nelly service.
You lie. If I go to you, it's going to take you straight to a lie.
While they're doing that, if y'all have any questions in the comments, please post them before we go.
Yeah. So basically, what it said was never jeopardize who you are to try to please someone else. That's something that I believe that we should definitely not do at any point. You should never give somebody else more than, that's what it said. You should never give somebody else more than you give it to yourself. So I just encourage people to always make sure they're pouring into themselves daily, no matter what it is, whether it be bettering yourself spiritually, mentally, physically, whatever it is. I just think that we should every day try to improve ourselves in some way. And that doesn't mean that you have to take up a trade. Maybe you could just work on something that you already have. So with that being said, I am very grateful that we are on this live with you. I appreciate it so much, my love.
Hey, you.
Yes. And I'm very, very thankful for everybody that was on this live also. I love you guys and I love the support. I appreciate it.
We love y'all.
Like so much.
For real.
Yeah.
Y'all heard them say it. Does anybody, before we go, does anybody have any questions? Because I know sometimes we're like, you didn't answer my question.
Yeah.
So we're going to give y'all some time. But while we're giving people time, I'm going to say my little saying.
Yes.
That I live by. It's very simple like Ray's, but everything happens for a reason. I put that on everything. Like, I don't try, like it aligns with don't worry, be happy, because control the controllables, like I said, what happens, and you just got to learn how to put your best foot forward after the fact.
Yeah.
So, that's mine. No questions. Everybody just loves y'all.
Yeah.
We love
You
y'all.
asked amazing questions. Thanks. Oh, yes, girl. Okay, well, y'all don't have no questions. Y'all just love them and y'all want to give them kissy faces.
Well,
y'all know where to find them.
They know everything about us.
Yeah, I was about to say they know everything.
Yeah.
Y'all know Ellen. How they don't know?
Yeah, they know everything about us. We don't hide nothing.
Yeah, we're very transparent people.
And that's something that people say they appreciate. And I appreciate y'all caring. Like, for real.
We definitely appreciate the fact that people care. Absolutely.
Real stuff.
More than anything. So
the fact that
thank you so much, Singletons. I really appreciate it. I will be in touch. Y'all are not done seeing me. Y'all will see me probably before my wedding, but
that's what I'm talking about.
At my wedding for sure.
Yeah, because you gotta get a raspberry splash in your life.
No, I do for real. When this whole thing is over, I'm coming to get a raspberry splash. By that time, it'll probably be patent.
Raspberry splash.
I got yours though. I got you.
Appreciate it, Ross.
All right.
Love you guys. Bye,
Love
guys.
you too. Thank you, Jasmine. All right.
Sure.